Hey, it's Dan, and welcome to Unified Gaming. So in this one, we're going to play Trash or Grab, the game where we check the golden vendor and see if there's anything good or is it absolute trash. We're also going to check the infinite archive as well and show are there any good leads for some of the mythic items. As with this game, we always check it on the weekend because that's when the golden comes, and this is recorded on the 4th of May, so if you watch this in future weeks, the things will be different. That said, if you want to see what happens in the coming weeks, then do subscribe so you don't miss out on that. If you want to find the golden, she's located in Cyrodiil and she's found in your home bases. If you're DC, she's in Northern High Rock, just down by the stables. If you are on Aldmeri Dominion, she's in Western Elsewhere Gate, she's around sort of near the bank area around here. And if you are on the Reds, Ebonheart Pat, she's in the Southern Morrowind Gate, you can find her in this region. And as I said, if you do like my videos, then like, comment, share and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And as always, a massive thank you to everyone at Patreon who helps support the channel. They get early access and much more. There's details down below. But as for the golden, what is she selling this week? What is really good? Like always, I'm going to go from a PvP perspective, touching upon key PvE stuff. But what is she selling? She has some rings this week and then 2 monster shoulders. For the rings, she has Azure Blight Reaper. This is a dungeon set and it's bind on pickup. When you deal damage with a damage over time effect, you apply a stack of Blight Seed at your target for 5 seconds, and at 20 stacks you do a big explosion. The explosion is AoE and it does more damage the more people it hits. This is really good. Like really good. This is really good on kind of pseudo bomb builds. So if you're in Cyrodiil in a big group and you fight in other groups, this could be really good. Things like Elemental Susceptibility can help proc this. Way of the Fire can help charge it up. Using dot sets, so like Master's Dual Wield with the Rend and Slashes. This is a really good set to get, especially for PvP. And in PvE, it actually has some good clear potential. So if you are just wanting to clear loads of trash in PvE, do consider getting this. Like, this is a must-have item in my opinion. We then have Jailbreaker. This is a ring that will give you minor expedition at all times. It's a pretty cool item. It is a dungeon set again, but it's not really worth getting in my opinion. This is something that is really fun to have, but with the new scribing system coming and you can add expedition to lots of skills, I don't think this is worth running on a 5-piece. So I would suggest leaving this unless you are really after your sticker book. You then have Way of the Fire. This is phenomenal. Like, this is one of the best PvP proc sets in the game. It is ridiculously good. It's brilliant on Arcanist, brilliant on Nightblade, brilliant on Sorcerer, brilliant on anything that you use this on. This is a must-have item. This item is bind on equip, so you can trade this. So if you are wanting to buy this and save money, I would suggest buying this from traders or spend your AP. People will sell this on the trader for less than this 125,000 gold. And then you better pick this up a bit cheaper from traders and then save yourself some money, or you can use your alliance points. As for what it does, when you deal damage with a weapon, you deal 3,200 flame damage, and this can happen every 2 seconds. This will proc on light attacks, it will proc on weapon skills, it will proc on dot weapon skills. So for example, poison injection will proc this every 2 seconds. So this can become a dot set with poison injection. And this is a really high dot tooltip. This is one of the higher values for proc sets. If you were to put all the proc sets in a line on the most DPS, this is like near the top, if not the top. So this is definitely worth getting. You then have Sistress Scowl. This is a set that when you bash an enemy, you place a debuff on them. When you hit them with a light attack, you do frost damage to them. It can happen every 1 second. So again, this could be quite a nice set on something like a Magical Warden, because when you bash them, this is a 1 second proc. So 2,300, that's 4,600 every 2 seconds, which is higher than Way of the Fire. The issue is that you have to bash them. This is also a heavy armor set, so you would want to use jewelry for this too. My opinion is I wouldn't really focus on sort of getting this. You can buy this, it's tradable like Way of the Fire. It's more of a fun set for something like Battlegrounds, but it's not meta by any means. If you're playing PvE, you want a bit of damage on a tank build, you can kind of use this, but it's not worth it. So I would avoid this ring personally. So just to summarise the jewelry, Azure Blight, get phenomenal. I will be buying this. I actually already have it, but yeah, just get this. And Way of the Fire, get this. This is worth loads. And if you are wanting to make money, you could buy this for alliance points and then sell this in a couple of weeks when it's not on the golden and get a lot of money back, because this will sell easily. You then have, for the monster sets, Bogdan Night Flame. So this is the Night Flame set. When you heal yourself on an ally, you summon a totem and it heals people 1600 roughly every second. This is a pretty good, set. It's not awful, it's not terrible. It scales you a max resource, so really good on Sorceress, for example. For PvP, it's okay. The issue is that it's a very small heal circle, so you do need to be obviously quite close to that. You need people to be with you stacking. So it's nice to get for the monster set. If you haven't got this already, just pick up your sticker book if you need to. Otherwise, I would skip it personally. It's kind of very niche. There are better healing sets out there. You then have Troll King. Troll King is a set that's really hit and miss, literally. When you heal yourself or an ally, if they're below half health, they get almost 900 health recovery. This is really good, but health recovery is halved in PvP. So this is 450 health recovery almost in PvP, and that's every 2 seconds. And on top of that, if you're a vampire, which most people are, it's reduced even further. So Troll King used to be really, really, really good, but with the changes to how health recovery works in PvP, I wouldn't really get this unless you're in a big group, you just want to have just some extra passive healing per se, by just giving people health regen. But just factoring that vampires will just gut this set. If they're vampire stage 3, this is pointless. So get it for your sticker book maybe, but I would probably skip this. For me personally, I'm going to get it for my sticker book, and I'm going to use my gold, because the gold I find is easier to get than alliance points. You can buy Way of the Fire ring, sell that for gold, and then buy what you want. And I'm just getting for a sticker book. So I'm just going to fill up the sticker book with the Troll King that I don't have here, just to get that filled. But yeah, that's the golden. Way of the Fire, phenomenal. Azure Blight, phenomenal. Sistress is kind of hit and miss on Magical Warden, and the rest of them are a bit like eh. So that's the golden vendor for this week. As with this video, I also go through and touch upon what you can find in the Infinite Archive, and are there any good leads there. If you're unsure, the Infinite Archive is in Apocrypha, and we're going to go there right now. In the Infinite Archive, there is a vendor that I'll show you in a moment, and the vendor will be selling sort of items every Tuesday to Tuesday, and they sell leads that you can use to, dig up mythic items. So you can get some really good stuff there. For context, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, they had the lead for the Gaze of Sithis helmet, and it was the lead that needed you to do the Dark Brotherhood daily quests. So this was really good, because it's awful to try and farm, so you can get good stuff here. When you get to the Infinite Archive, you want to go as far east as you can, and you're looking for Filler All. This merchant will be selling different items. As of next patch, they will also be selling some scripts for the scribing system, so you may want to be a bit more cautious of how you spell your fortunes. But as for what do they have, they've got the lead for the Oriole Armor Glaze and the Thirsting Girdle. The Armor Glaze is the set that is Spoiled of Ruin. It is a tank mythic item, very good mythic item for tanks, but this lead actually drops from the World Boss and Stonefalls, so this is quite easy to farm. So in my opinion, do not buy this. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of fortunes, just keep your fortunes instead. You then have the Thirsting Girdle. This is for the Bloodlord Embrace mythic that when you block you get Magicka back. This is quite fun to use, but it's not really competitive. It's very niche to say the least. And this does drop from the Crypto Hearts 1 end boss. So if you don't want to farm that dungeon because you're trying to farm the mythic, you might want to buy this, but me personally, I would leave these. And then for the other stuff, I'll just leave. But that kind of really wraps up the Golden Vendor this week and the sort of Infinite Archive vendors. If you get any questions about the items though, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to stay up to date with the Grab and Trash series, where I cover all of the items every week, then do subscribe so you don't miss out. And I will be going live later on YouTube today at 9 PM UK, so I hope to see as many of you there as you can. But as always, I'm going to say a massive thanks to all the support on YouTube, likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and more importantly, a bigger thanks to everyone on Patreon. If you want to support myself there, get early access and so on, there's details down below. But as always, I'll catch you in the next video or on the next stream. So thanks for watching guys, take care, and bye!